best life in whatever form it takes for you. Your present existence is plentiful with what you need to be happy. Wow. Simple, short, relaxing, truthful. Since we're starting with this great energy from Joana de Angelis, this so enlightened spirit. She was the mentor of Valdo, and I'm sure they reunited now because Valdo left us last year. So let's just gather our thoughts right now. If you want to close your eyes, just for us to do an opening blessing. We are very, very grateful. Loving Father, Creator, we call you God, we call you this universe, we call you the Supreme Intelligence, we call you Father, we call you everything that we need, because the name is not as important as it is the connection, the essence, the feeling, the touch of your love into our hearts, into our souls, into our existence. We thank you for this existence, as this message that just opened. Help us walk so freely through the woods, breathing fresh air, through the mountains, observing the sea, the rivers, the lakes, any place we are. Help us turn off this turmoil that we live in every day, watching the news, seeing so much scenes and images and people suffering and going through so much misery. There is so much misery out there in the eyes of those who are so lonely. That is even worse. So let's just contemplate life in its simplest form, just being here, regardless what we're going through. Just the fact that we are here, knowing the science that exists, we are nothing short of a miracle of the perfection that a loving Father designed us, created us, for us to live this, not just the biological life, but this full existence with our spirit connected to this body that envelopes, that makes us together like a hardware and a software that we operate to bring upon and manifest our intelligence and touch people, touch lives, come out of here better than the way we entered. With all of these blessings, we ask you a special blessing for our meditation tonight. May we find more serenity. May we find more harmony. May we take all of those thoughts that do not belong and just let them go, replace them with good ones, as we are always grateful for you. And so be it.
Well, so once again, it's our last Thursday of the month, but this month exclusively, we're not doing it the last Thursday, but we're still doing our thing, right? The once a month meditation series. And I was thinking that tonight we're going to talk about something that speaks very loud and clear to us towards the end of the winter, which is all the sickness, the flus, the allergies, the things we go through and we feel under the weather. What happens is our immune system gets to work a lot during this time, because we are going through the changes of seasons and everything becomes hard and we struggle. And then we need ibuprofen, we need all the antihistamine and all that, those things starts to kick in.
The flu shot?
The flu shot, yes, everything. However, we don't always address the one thing that weakens our immune system. much greater than the change of seasons, the pollen, and everything else that we deal with the change of seasons. What is it that affects our immune system greatly and we don't pay attention to? Our energy level. Where is that energy level that affects our immune system? What I think, I make happen. Are we having positive, wonderful thoughts throughout the day to feed our immune system? Like wonderful thoughts. Every other minute I have a wonderful thought that feeds my system. And when that person cuts through in front of me, when I'm trying to cross the road, that thought does not come. So, and then when I'm trying to do something and the computer doesn't listen to what I have in mind, I also don't like that. Because the computer should listen to what I plan, and it doesn't always. And then I plan on something and I start to cook and I forget that I left the stove turned on, and those thoughts that come to my head. Or I forgot to water my plant and those thoughts come to my head. So at the end of the day, if we look, we tend to have more chaos than cosmos inside our heads. Because we live a life that is faster pace, multitasking, doing way more in a shorter period of time than we were expected to do earlier in life. Now everything is speed up, do more, be productive, more. And then we get frustrated more often than not. So the thoughts that go through our heads are not pleasant, positive attitude and thoughts. They tend to be more, it happened again, we keep going there again and again. So we have a lot of research that we can refer back to about how the thought interferes with your immune system. If you think things that don't recharge your energy, you will weaken your body. You will weaken your energy, your flow, your whole physiological system and your emotional system, and therefore your spiritual system. So with that thought in mind, let's explore a little bit of the emotional body. The amygdala in the very top, in the very center of the brain here, does not recognize time. The time is now. Why do I bring it up? If I am talking to you about something horrible that happened to me 30 years ago, and I go into the details and I have that, the amygdala thinks it's happening again today. So it's gonna refer your immune system back to that day when it actually happened, as if it was happening now. So the immune system is suffering today from something that happened however long ago, just because I brought it up. So it doesn't have to be, as I say, the amygdala system does not worry about time frame. It's happening now. If we are complaining about life, okay, I lost that job that I really wanted 10 years ago. I lost the job. But 10 years later, every other week, I complain and I'm resentful for having lost that job 10 years ago. So my immune system, because my amygdala is saying it happened then, but it's happening now. So my system is registering the emotion of losing that job again and again and again. So I'm weakening my immune system by choice. because I'm choosing to complain about something, it does not serve me, but I go there. This is the tendency of the human being, to keep going back there. One of the mental health problems that is very well studied because it affects people for long term is rumination. And we might not have rumination at the level of being called it a mental illness, but we all have rumination at one level or another.
We're related to the cow.
We are related to the cow, yes. So this is the one thing that I have to remember is my immune system, my amygdala, emotional body does not know time. So if it happened then and I'm bringing it back, it's happening again. Is there an antidote for this? What we have to think is, when you're praying, what are you doing with that thought? Block it. I am taking that circular thought and starting something, cut that. I don't know, some of you might be old enough to understand those cassette tapes. When we used to, the song would get messed up and it would get all tangled up, we would cut and tie it together with a little piece of tape. And the song would just skip a little bit and we continue to listen to that. That's how we used to do that. So if you pray, you basically stop that thought. I've given this strategy here before. You know these little hair ties that we wear and sometimes we have them on our wrists? When you have a thought, a complaint, something that you had before that you should not be having because it's affecting your immune system, it's taking you back those places, we switch that tie from this hand to this hand. It just brings awareness to something. And then you will see how many times you complain about that one thing in the past month. You're like, golly, I need some help here. Rumination is living with me.
I can change my phone from my pocket.
Yes, you can do that. And then you will see your arms will be tired from changing your phone from one, because if you are aware that you did this and you did it again, that just tells you that you are ruminating. And when we ruminate, what we're doing is we're weakening our immune system. Guys, we need to get all closer and cozy here. We have room for everybody. Join us all, because the circle here, the energy feels so amazing when we have more people together.
At one point, the meditation has a very magnetic power. And if you guys are not familiar to the program, we promote self-healing. When we are promoting self-healing, we are working with this inner magnetism that we have. Prayer would not have any power if it wasn't a connection. A connection needs to have a path, needs to have a support. The magnetism that comes from our heart, from our soul, connecting to the Creator, to guardian angels, whatever, that is our magnetism. When we are in this, that's why we have the circle. When we are in the circle, we are just amplifying that and making, whatever self-healing purpose you have tonight or throughout this year, it will happen in your own time. But we have to apply that.
Okay, the second thing I'm going to talk about is that the emotional brain also does not register reality. It doesn't care if it happened, if it's true or not. When we really mess it up, when we go with what if? What if blah, 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 blah happens? We are very creative with scenarios. What if?
Can be different.
So it's not rumination. but it's an anticipation of a very ugly, creative way of looking. The immune system does not care that it's not going to happen, that it's actually impossible. Most of the things that we what if about do not happen. They actually don't become true. They just stay in the what ifs, and then we forget that we what ifed it because it never happens. But in doing so, we are weakening our immune system once again.
Self-sabotage.
Self-sabotage, that literally self-sabotage. So these two things that we're going to think about is immune system gets weakened by the repeating of old emotions that don't belong and creating mostly impossible ones that will never become true for no reason. And if they're going to be true, wait until they become true and you suffer just once. That one day, that whatever if does happen. So let's just save it for that day, whenever that day comes, if it does come. So our meditation tonight is going to be so cool. You're not going to believe that you're going to be developing this special talent of self-healing. I'm not going to go through all the chakras here, but our immune system chakra is the spleen chakra, which is here. It's below the belly button to the left where the spleen is. So this is how we're going to do this. I'm just going to show you how a strategy. I'm just going to stand up and show you. You don't have to stand up. You can do it this way. Your belly button is here. You cross your hands over, and wherever your arms softly fall, that right hand is going to be right on your spleen. This is where your spleen is. Your right hand is on it. So softly cross, not here, not at the belly button, a little slower. So here is your spleen. It's diagonal, as if an arrow came from side and back here a little bit. So this is your powerhouse of the day, okay? This is where we're gonna go today. I just wanted to show that because when we do our meditation, I need you to cross your hand. You don't have to do both. You can just do this one and softly place it on that area. And that's where we're gonna go with our power. And the color of the energy of that area is pink. Yay! Doesn't get any better than this. Pink. So you can think bright pink, which is mostly more accurate, but you can also take a soft pink, whatever works for you. We're not going to be picky with the pink here tonight. It's your pink, whatever works. So we're going to do a little meditation. We're going to get soft and comfortable. If you've never been here with us before, if you fall asleep during the meditation, it's totally cool. You will get there even if you fall asleep. If closing your eyes is not an option, if you don't feel comfortable, just lower your gaze towards the ground and you'll be just fine. If your mind goes anywhere, let it go. It will come back. It's okay. We're not drill sergeants here. Everything is possible. It goes wherever it needs to go. You softly invite it back. You can just say, hey, we're back here. You know, we're not going to be ugly because when we get ugly, our immune system weakens. We're not going to do that to us. We're going to be loving and accepting that we are meditating tonight at the level that we are showing up tonight, based on how our day went, our energy level, what we had to go through for the day, for the week, for the month. You know, whatever life is bringing us, we are showing up the best way we can with what's available. And let's be graceful towards our energy. So I ask you to put your purses to the side, everything, so you can softly bring your hands down to your lap. Your shoulders are soft. You take a deep breath in and exhale through your mouth. I do want to hear your exhale. 2 more big breaths. We are softly sitting at the chair. Shoulders are soft. Nothing to worry about. Life will wait for us when we are done. We thank our personal guidance, which is our mentors, the mentors of this house, for being here, supporting us, protecting us, and helping us create the energy that is so powerful that we can apply to our soul, to our body, to our mind. With a deep breath, we find ourselves in nature. The little piece of nature that feels sacred and safe. This place where everything is quiet, but the birds are chirping, where the flowers are happy, the weather is perfect, not too hot, not too cold, just right. All is well. And I look around, everything is exactly where it needs to be. The colors are as bright as they need to be. The chest goes up and down softly with each breath. I find a place and sit down comfortably, leaning back. All is well. We feel the warmth coming from up above, covering our whole body, head, face, neck, shoulders and arms, chest, hips, legs and feet, soft and warm. The divine energy embraces me. I feel lighter, and the pause is all I need. Scanning my body, my mind, and my soul. First, we're going to take care of the body. We look around without hurries, looking for that spot that needs attention. We're scanning from head to toe, and we will stop where it needs attention. Once we find that spot, we're gonna breathe. Let the energy sit right there, accepting the challenges of the body. They are here to teach us something. Maybe we are overusing certain parts of our body. Maybe neglecting them. All we're gonna do is focus on that part and say, I accept this pain, this challenge for what it is. I accept this challenge as a learning tool. Softly, we place our right hand towards our spleen chakra. You can do it physically or in your mind. With each breath, we find that hand getting warmer with some pink, pretty pink color. One more breath, and warmer. One more breath. We find that pink energy moving towards the body, traveling to that spot that needs extra attention. This pink, soft, warm energy covers the pain, the challenges, and it expands, diluting all the blocks. Softly traveling through the whole body. All is pink. Head, face, neck, shoulders, arms and hands, torso, belly, hips, legs, feet. The healing power that lives inside me touches all my cells, healing all the troubles in my body. And the body is thankful. Every time I choose to give energy back to my body, it softens all the blockages. All is well. The body is soft, calm. The breath goes in and out without effort. We are now going to address the mind, where sometimes turmoil lives. We explore all the little corners of the mind, the thoughts that bother me, the thoughts that enrage me, the thoughts that sadden me. Sometimes it's so hard to live with all these thoughts. But this mind is powerful and it can expand. I scan the mind, looking for that particular circular thought that keeps coming back, taking all the energy that I have. I accept this thought. It comes to offer me a challenge to change, to block it, to replace it, to re-signify it. Looking at this thought, I reach once again towards my spleen chakra and take a deep breath, finding the warmth of the pink energy, getting warmer, brighter. And with each breath, I help that energy travel up towards the chest, neck, head, through the crown of the head, into my mind, however large the space it takes, guiding that pink energy towards that one thought that consumes me. Involving that thought with the loving energy of pink. Giving the thought a chance to modify, dilute, transform, repurpose. All is well. pink takes over the entire mind. All thoughts are free and have their own energy. I can pause and just look at them. We take deep breaths and allow thoughts to be just what they are. Thoughts, imagination, possibilities. We breathe, and the thoughts are thankful for when we find time to release the thoughts from hidden agendas inside ourselves. They are free to come and go. All is well. The thoughts are just thoughts. We take a deeper breath and we'll travel towards our soul. Scanning our souls, our spiritual connections or troubles, our intuition, our premonition, what holds us back, what offers us hope to go forward. This is our soul, the true essence that knows us better than anything. With each breath, we feel our body lighter, our thoughts lighter, and our soul levitates. The soul wants expansion. It lives for expansion. We scan the soul, finding that one thing that is tight and is not allowing the expansion that it deserves. Once again, we touch our spleen, our hand getting warmer and warmer. The pink energy travels up to the belly button area, expanding in all directions, reaching for the soul, pushing through, asking for expansion. That one tight space can't help but expand too. We breathe with expansion. The soul is thankful for expansion is its mission. With every breath, the soul grows bigger, lighter, touching the ones around us, combining this healing energy, expanding to touch the ones we love, our family members, friends, touching those around the globe that are suffering at this time. Reaching out to all the good spirits, the superior guides that protect us, amplifying our energy where we can heal together. All is pink. Our immune system is thankful. The body is healed. The mind is amplified. The soul has expanded. We are one with our God, who allows us every day a chance for connection, healing, forgiving with grace. All is well. All is well.
As we are closing our meditation, let's just take a little bit of time now just to have a special meeting with our guardian angel, our spiritual friend. Just feel right by our side the presence of this friend, and from the spiritual realm, a worker that works in our spiritual hospital here to help each one of us to have a little push in our self-healing, to be more empowered. We're going to pray together, thinking in the power of the most precious and powerful healer there ever was, our model and guide, Jesus. He left us this prayer for us to use. It is from the bottom of our spirit that we are going to connect now to these spiritual friends to help us achieve that self-healing, closing the wounds, the hurt, or just wishing somebody who we know that are in so much need for them to feel better, for us to receive a blessing of peace, a blessing of health, a blessing of protection. Just feel at this time your spiritual friend embracing you, very warm, very caring embrace. And we say in our spirit, our Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread. Forgive our trespasses, as we forgive those who had trespassed against us, those who had offended us, hurt us. Let us not fall into temptation, but deliver us, dear Lord, from any and all evil, even any evil that we might still have inside of us. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and all the glory. Thank you so very much, Jesus, and all your workers of the light. Thank you so much. Help us continue promoting self-healing. And may we all be blessed tonight. And so